Hi, my name is Marquita Warner, and I am a advocate specialist for UCP Heartland, a local nonprofit agency located in North County in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that this video will give you a little bit of insight as to why home health care is so important, and we hope you will take into consideration or experiences before you cut down on ours.
In this video, you will hear testimony from various people that use home health care or that know consumers that use home health care, and you will hear in depth our struggles as people that use home health care.
Thank you for your time and consideration.
Hi, my name is Marquita Warner. I am an advocacy specialist at UCP Heartland, and I also use the service of home health care. Home health care helps me stay more productive in the community, and it helps me, of course, keep my job. I am currently using home health care to do pretty much everything, just like some of the people who spoke before me. I need them to cook, clean, and transport me to and from work on occasions. And without it, I would be stuck. Home health care not only increases my mobility and increases my confidence in my life, but it also helps me stay productive and helps me get out so that I can gain and keep employment and help those who need advocacy. Without home health care, my quality of life would be diminished a great deal because my mom recently, about 2 years ago, she had heart surgery. So she's very limited on the things she can do for me. So, and I don't have other family members that can just drop whatever they're doing to always necessarily come and help me. So my mom having an extra pair of hands to take care of me is very beneficial to not only my life but hers. I don't feel like being in an institution such as a nursing home should be our only option, especially when we're able to be productive and we just need a little help. So for those legislators who are going to be viewing this video, please take that into consideration when you are doing cutbacks. I don't think home health care can stand another cutback. And I think that every time it's on the ballot, it gets cut and it affects all of us. So I'm not expecting this video to change the world. I'm not expecting my testimony or others' testimony to make you say, okay, well, let's give them all 10 hours a day. I'm just asking you to give us enough so that we can stay productive. So, Anna, why does home health care matter to you?
Home health care allows me to live independent away from my family members. Even though they are late, I really value my time with care members outside in the community.
Okay, so with that being said, how would, if these cutbacks come to pass and hours are cut, how would that affect you?
I would then have to rely 100% on my family, and I could make do, but being disabled and having older people in my family, I noticed that when I'm out in the community with them, people tend to not talk to me and talk to them, but when I'm around people around my own age, then they talk to me and they ask me to come up and interact with me.
So, would you mind sharing a positive? Well, you kind of already did that. Would you mind sharing another positive experience with us or a negative experience you had relating to
Yeah,
home health care?
I'm able to go out and participate in like people who are available and participate in advocacy work and be independent at work, take you to my hour without having to rely on my parents to be at every meeting that I have attended, and I am able to plan out my day accordingly to my schedule.
So, if you could say one thing to a legislator that might watch this video about why they shouldn't cut home health care services for disabled people, what would you say to them?
I would say remember that every person deserves an independent life, and independent means something different to everyone. So before you cut hours, maybe think about what independent means to you, or maybe a really close friend or family member that may have a disability.
Hi, I am Ronnie Wren. I have been using home health care all of my life. Um, and I really need it because I wouldn't be able to live by myself without it. And
So, how do you feel about them potentially cutting back on home health care?
well, that means that I would not, I would still have staff, but they would probably have
You gotta-
to go to other, another agency to get the, to work. So at times it's hard when you have to lose someone that you've been working with for years. And it's hard to get used to someone new because you have to basically learn their temperament and if they're okay with helping you with your personal needs. So it's very stressful.
So, you mentioned that you wouldn't be able to live a productive life without home health care. Could you tell us how? Could you go into a little bit more detail about how it helps you be independent on a daily basis?
I can't physically do anything on my own, so having my staff is very beneficial. I can't get in. I can't feed myself. I can't use my urinal independently like I used to. So I'm very limited on what I can do, and I can't. I can't feed myself. I can't do the things that I used to do.
So, final question. If you can give one message to the legislators about not cutting home health care, what would it be?
It would be if you cut it, You know, that means that I would have people that I didn't know, and I can't defend myself. So if they, decided to hurt me, I would be in a lot of trouble. I feel like the process now that they need to keep it, because I don't know who's coming into my home if they have, um, good intentions. So, that's the scary part of it. And I hope when the legislator sees this video that he thinks very hard before he, decides to cut home health care, because, we don't know who we're gonna get. And if that person has a background check, or if that person is going to be nice. So I don't know, and that's the scary part of it.
What's your name?
My name is Natalie.
And what are some of the things that your aides help you with outside of when you were at home?
Give me, but on my own goal. Give me up.
You gotta look into the camera. Say that again.
Give me. Give me.
So they help you be more independent.
Yeah.
Do you think that you would be able to go without your help?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And go into the next question.
So without home health care, do you think you would be able to make it to a program every day? If you didn't have anybody that could help you put on your clothes?
I have my mom.
So would it be safe to say?
My name is Jill. I'm from New York. I live in New York a lot. I would just go back to New York.
Sheila, how long have you been using home health? How long have people been helping you in your home?
A lot.
How long? Your whole life, or?
My whole life.
What would you do if you didn't have anybody to come into your home to help you?
I would go back to my sister. Yeah.
So does home health care make you more independent?
Yeah.
So what would you say to those people who want to cut your services and maybe cut your staff's pay?
They need to come on time, and they need to show up on time too. They don't hardly show up. They don't.
So basically the legislators need to help raise the pay for home health care so that the staff can show up on time.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
How important is it to you that they show up on time?
More often. Yeah, more often.
What kind of things are you missing out on when they don't show up?
Outings, going to my sister's house, or going to programs, or going to movies, and stuff like that.
So your staff showing up on time just helps you be more productive into your community, right?
Yeah.
So if you could give the legislators that are going to see this video one message about how you need to keep your staff so you can be more productive, what would it be?
To keep up with the time limit, and stuff.
So you need home health care so that you can keep up with the times that you want to go out.
Yeah,
And you need them to help you stay more organized.
yeah, and just be on time too.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Henry Braden, better known as Rennie. I've been doing home health aid for about 45 years.
Okay, and what would your life be like, Miss Remy, if you did not have home health care?
Oh, I would definitely be stuck in the house at this time. Half the time I wouldn't even eat because I wouldn't be able to prepare my meals. I wouldn't be able to wash up properly. Just isolated from the world without a home health aid.
Okay, so have you been affected by the cutbacks of home health care hours?
Yes, I have, because I can't get all of the time, all the services that are due to me, because there's no one to come in. You know, it's not enough pay. They say it's not enough pay. It's just not, the pay and the hours, they don't add up.
Okay, so would you mind telling us a little bit about what your home health care aides do for you when they do come in?
They come in and they help me bathe. They prepare my meals for me. They do my laundry. Take them around the house. They help me to groom myself, comb my hair, put my clothes on. I need assistance with all that, and without it, it just, I'd be isolated.
So if you could give one message, just a short phrase to the legislators when they look at this video, what would you say?
Consider yourself if you were in need of home health. If you couldn't do things for your own self, you would need someone to come in. That's what I would say.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Remy, for your participation.
You're welcome. Have a blessed day.
You too.
My name is Dwayne Gruss, and my situation is a little bit different than some of the other consumers that you've heard from today. I still work full-time as an employment specialist at UCP Heartland, and I depend completely on attendant services to get me up in the morning and get to work. So if my aide doesn't show up, I'm laying in bed all day, and I don't go to work. So attendant services are very, very important for all these people's quality of life and safety and support to have a quality life. So what's important is that we have enough funding to attract good people to be aides, because the attendant position is one that happens like early in the morning. Sometimes the aides have to get there at 6 or 6:30 in the morning to get people up. So the hours of work are not the best for people to want to do, and sometimes it's also split shifts. So like I need help to get me up in the morning and put me in bed at night, so that's coming twice. So, but the attendant programs that UCP has are very important for the quality of life for the consumers that we work with. And if that programming wasn't there, people would be really in danger of going into institutionalization. Just like if my attendant programming would go through, would fall apart for more than 2 or 3 days, I'd be in a nursing home and have to start over. So in a sense, I'm lucky enough that I can keep myself going, and I, at this point, can pay people enough to make it interesting for them to come, and I'm still working, so that's good. But these services are vitally important for the quality of life of people and to give them a chance to have a good life and a productive life in the community. We try to teach people to add to the community as part of our programs here at UCP. So that's kind of what I want to say.
Jessica, is it important for you to have your staff come in to take care of you?
That means yes.
I know. I was trying to think about how to rephrase the next question. Is your independence important to you? Does your staff help you keep your independence? Would you be lost if you lost some of your staff? Okay, thank you.
All right, here you go. We did it.
Tell us how you see attendant services being important for the people who come into UCG.
Hi, I work for the day program, and so a lot of my clients that come in here, the individuals, receive either residential care or home health care services with like PCAs, personal care attendants, and yeah, their life would be totally different if they didn't have this, and the lives of their families would be totally different. A lot of our clients need 24-hour residential supports, the ones that are in residential. A lot of times this happens as families and parents age out and they can no longer physically care for their loved one. So the individuals definitely need 24/7 supports to make sure all of their health care needs are met. There's totally specialized training for all of the staff. They have to do CPR, first aid, medication training, preparing their diets the correct way, following all of these trainings, and they are trained annually, and so they can provide the best health and optimize health and safety of each individual. Everybody has an individual care plan, so these trainings are very important. So they cost money. It costs money to train these people and keep them updated annually, so we need to have the money to pay them appropriately and have a full workforce.
Okay, why do you think it's hard for people, why do you think it's hard to find people who want to be aides?
Well, that's a bad question. Cut it out.
Would you say it's
Edit it out.
That's all right.
Would you say it's because of the pay, or would you say people just don't have the heart for it?
I mean, I think it's a mixture of things. I think a lot of it's the pay, and it's not always the highest paid position, and needing to find the transportation to get there, either having a reliable car or having to use public transport. Like for PCA services, you might have multiple people that you need to go see and be able to have reliable transportation to go to the various sites. It starts early in the morning. If you're supporting somebody that has a supported job position or comes to a day program, you might have to be out at their house at like 6 a.m. to get them ready to go to program. And like my colleague Dwayne was saying, a lot of times it's a split shift, so you have somebody coming in for a couple hours in the morning to get somebody up, get them ready, wash their face, hair, get their meds, get their breakfast, and get them ready for their modified transportation, because they have to. Well, some people are ambulatory, obviously, but they would need protective oversight, but a lot of people in wheelchairs need specialized transportation. And then a lot of times coming home in the evening, if we're talking about somebody that's in their natural home versus the 24/7 residential supports, they need somebody getting them off the van and helping them with dinner and bathing and their evening meds. And a lot of times for these families, it might be because the parents are becoming elderly, they're having health issues, and they can't do it any longer safely. And it also allows for maybe younger families that aren't retired yet. This allows them to be employed and go to work every day. So that's also very important to the household.
So just the idea of having to have a car and do all those things is a very good reason why there needs to be more money for attendance services.
Definitely.
So is there anything else you'd like to add in your little presentation about the importance of attendance services?
It's very valuable, because like you say, you're going to make sure that each individual receives the best care to be healthy and safe. It eases a family member's mind knowing that their loved one is well taken care of. It can also, hours can be secured for the weekend, so they can also go out and do their household necessities of shopping for the house, and gives them a little bit of a break.
So you've listed you gave us a whole list of reasons why home health care for your clients and other individuals is important. How do you think your clients would personally feel if they lost their services or got cut? What do you think their life would be like?
Well, I think it can be traumatic, because they would not receive as good a level of care, or as frequent a level of care for their hygiene. So I mean, you know how you feel when you don't get a shower when you need to, or your face washed, or brush your teeth, and that also adds into just somebody's personal dignity. For one thing, it's like if somebody can't get them up and get them ready, they might not even get to leave the house. I mean, did anybody like staying home during quarantine? I mean, imagine having to do that even though we're back out and running. It's no fun to have to stay home all day, every day. So this gets people out in the community for day programs, jobs, just accessing the community like any other person. And like I say, having having dignity and a positive community image, because they're dressed nice, their hygiene's taken care of. So I think it have a big impact on that.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hey Paula, how you doing this evening?
Okay,
Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it.
you're welcome.
The first question we have for you tonight is, how does home health care affect your life on a daily basis?
Without it, she couldn't do anything for herself.
Okay, so you basically use home health care to be more independent.
Yes.
So with that being said, how would you feel if you how would you feel if the cutbacks they're trying to make, how would you feel if they actually succeeded?
I would be devastated, but I would get by any way I can. But I am fighting so that don't happen.
She said she'd be devastated if that happened, but she would get by.
I would fight it so that don't happen.
Yeah, she would fight so that doesn't happen.
So if you could say one thing to legislators about not cutting your services with home health care, what would it be?
They're not in my group. Do you hear me?
Did you hear that? They're not in her shoes.
Very good point.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue. They can't even imagine what it's like to be in our shoes. So they think,
They don't
so they
want
don't
to
even
be.
think about it.
They don't want to be.
Right.
Oh,
Would you like to share either a positive experience or a negative experience you've had while using home health care?
I used to live with my mom. I did my stuff with I did my stuff now.
she used to live with her mom and she couldn't do anything, and she gets to do more stuff now.
Yeah,
She's more independent.
I'm independent. I can tell people what I do.
Did you catch that?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else in addition that you want to share? Like one last comment?
I be that
Without it, she would be stuck. Don't cut her funding.
don't come up for me because you do. People could be a
Can't say that. She'd like to say that though.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Paula. I don't think you'll be alone. I think I'll be right there with you.
yeah.
Well,
If I didn't say that way, I would say it that way.
exactly. Well, we enjoyed hearing your insight and thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.